welcome back to another Stealth Camp Alliance challenge video. Tonight we're doing the Halloween special and we're going to spend the night with Mary Pannal the Witch. This is Kippax, heading down towards the A656, otherwise known as Barnsdale Road. Right, I don't know if you can see me or not, probably not, but I don't want to put the light on and give myself away. Just crossing the farmer's field. I haven't got my microphone on yet, it's in the bag. It's a bit of a place where if I drop something now, I won't be finding it. I don't expect to meet anybody coming down here. Shouldn't do. Okay. I've got a new tent to try out. I've got a couple of beers and a special high alcohol liqueur. Right, we're getting there. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody cars, I wish they'd go away. This is what Tim was on about. This is motorism for you. Ah, street light. I'm a bit too close here. Right, just waiting for these cars to clear. What is it, isn't it? Right, here we go. And we're in. We're in, everybody. We're in. Right. Let's get a bit further in and find our bearings. We're in. We're in. Here, mate. Sell us your car. Oh, 4-star. I'm in. I'm under a fallen tree. It's great, quite a nice space here. Looks like it might be flat enough. Technically I'm in Pannal woods, but not the main bulk of Pannal woods. Let's see if I can get out over there later, but I've left it a bit late to get out. So this actually is closer to the site where her body was exhibited back in the 17th century. Records aren't sure whether she was hung at York or whether she was hung here and then hung out. But the theory is she was hung at York assizes and then transported back here as a warning to others in the area about the witchcraft, the threat of witchcraft, the repercussions of being found to be a witch. Like I say, I'll go into that in a bit more detail later. First of all, I need to clear out some space because my shelter needs a flat base. So I'll catch you back in a few moments. Here I am. Right. Oh. That's not me, ladies and gentlemen. That is actually genuinely an owl. Right, let's just put the old the torch up there. Right? This tree obviously came down recently because it wasn't down when I came here the first time all those years ago. And now I don't have to whisper because I know that there's probably nobody around who's not in a car. Half a bottle of honey raki. Yes, we get upset. Oh, well, that was fun. There we are. That's the Tentus Maximus up. That's the Altec, I got it wrong. There's quite a bit of reflective material on there that I'm not keen on, but it'll do for now. It's going to be quite snug in there. I'll just come back a little bit so you can see. I finally shook that wasp off. I had a bloody wasp hanging round into everything. Yeah. Got a couple of bits of tarpaulin at the bottom. I probably should have come a bit earlier and picked my site. Yeah, there's a lot of discarded rubbish here. Obviously at some point, probably during lockdown, there's been kids mucking around. They've dumped a load of stuff and it's just got buried in leaf litter and then broken down. Hey there. Right, I think I've earned a drink because it's 9:30 nearly. Oh, and I even told you my ghost story yet. So, it being the Halloween special, I've decided not to dress up because I haven't got anything to dress in. So, oh, what's that? I think he was trying to get in my tent earlier. Bought myself a new tripod cum selfie stick as well. It's quite good. There's no remote control on it, but it's got these brilliant adjustable bendy legs. They're quite sturdy, better than usual. Today's drink is honey flavoured raki. I'll try and get that in a bit of light for you. All the way from Greece, obviously. I can't remember which one it's from. I think he said it was Crete. It's from Crete. It's raki, but with honey is distilled into it. It's not bad. I've drunk half a bottle. Thank you, Mark Larkin, for that one. A little gift from his holiday. Oh dear, knock the camera over. Also got a couple of bottles of these. Old Empire IPA. You know, I refurbished the moulds for these. A little bit of useless information there. Oh dear. Oh, it's a nice seat, this is worth the money. I'm not bothering with my camo net tonight. There's no point. I ain't got time to put it up anyway. Just want to get something to eat before acid reflux man comes. Go away. Bloody oak, this one. Cheers. Oh, that's better. Pardon me. Yeah, it's this Old Empire IPA. It's a bit mucky. been rolling around in the dirt, like me. Right, taking a leaf out of Rob Barover's RTR TV's book, 19p. Golden vegetable rice. Just boil that up in the old pot. Got some extra sauces and whatnot. I was supposed to bring a tin of tuna like he brought, but I've forgotten it. So I'll be having Savor's curry flavoured noodles with it as well. I bet get this going, haven't we? Because it's knocking on. There, that's better. It's a bit more stable. We'll let that boil up now. I'll come back in 20 minutes. Probably going to need another fuel tab. So, the story of Mary Pannal, the famous witch of this region. She was born in 1538 to Cecilia and Thomas Taylor, and her brother died at age 5, and her mother bore 4 children in 4 years. Eventually she died in childbirth, and Mary was just 4 years old when that happened. Mary married John Pannal in 1559, and as far as we know, she didn't have any children or anything like that, and so he was born. Her husband died as well. Oh no, so it's like she did have one child, but he died not long after birth. So it's quite tragic, really, but that was common in that time. Didn't remarry, and of course, if you didn't remarry at those times, it was suspected that there was a reason for that, and the reason was generally borne by the woman, that she was in some way either unsuitable or wicked in some way, or in some way unwholesome, which is not fair, really. Yeah, anyway, in 1593, did I say? Yeah, sorry. She was arrested for witchcraft in 1593, supposedly for poisoning a child who had become ill, and somebody had asked her to provide a tonic to revive him, try and bring him out of his malaise, and the child died. The child's name was William Witham, and he was 5 years old. Anyway, she was accused of witchcraft, and it took them 10 years to decide that she should be executed. That will probably come with the tightening of the witchcraft rules in the early 17th century. Long and short is, Mary Pannal was suspected of being a witch. She was arrested in 1593, though apparently she wasn't executed until 1603. The why it took 10 years, I don't know. Whether they lacked evidence, or I don't know. The records are not very clear on this one. Opinion is divided whether she was executed at York, where she was taken for trial, and it's possible she may have languished in jail for 10 years. It's possible. By which time a solitary woman with no real means is probably going to lose her mind. Anyway, it's believed that she was executed or hung at York Assizes, and then her body was returned here to the crossroads up the road, where her body was displayed in the gibbet. And then of course you'd have had all the crows and everything else come through the eyes, the face, and yeah, quite gruesome. But it was there as a deterrent. Did she deserve it? Probably not. It's highly unlikely. I have heard stories that she got too friendly with the Lord of Ledston Manor's son and was seen as a bad influence. But that's unlikely, because he would have been a wealthy nobleman. I mean, Ledston Hall is a big building, it's a big Tudor building. And she would have been a hovel dweller. So yeah, there's not going to be much of an overlap there, is there? You've been lucky if you even bothered deigned to speak to her. But apparently the story is that her ghost haunts this set of crossroads here. She's been seen in the woodland over there, over yonder. I'll show you later on. Hopefully I hope to go for a wander. And around this area here, up and down this road, which is the old Roman road to Castleford. And in fact the old Roman road from Castleford would go all the way to York. That's what I said. It doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. Well, that's the story of Mary Pannal. Have I ever seen her? No. I did frighten an Asian taxi driver who picked me up once when I was trying to get to Castleford for a night out. It just started to rain. I was running to town. Not a good idea, really, but when you've had a few, everything's a good idea. And it started to rain. I thought, oh God, I've got to get a taxi. And this is before the 8 days of mobile phones. So I stood at the side of the road with a £10 note and went like that. And it's amazing who stops. Just like, oh, tenner. He pulled over and says, oh, I'm not allowed to pick you up normally, so this didn't happen. And I said, all right, that's all right, sorry. I said to him, it's all right, I could have been Mary Pannal for all you know. Mary Pannal? I said, have you heard of her? No, I'm from Dewsbury. So I said to him, Mary Pannal's a witch. Well, she was a witch. She haunts this area. You are? He says, yeah, it's haunted. Do you ever see anybody up and down here? Like a strange woman? I've seen a couple. So chances are that's Mary Pannal then. What do you know? Oh, I was a witch. I was a witch. That's now the ghost of a witch. I tell you, his eyes grew as large as hen's eggs. They're like that. Oh. Absolutely terrified. Mind you, you must be terrified, because all you can see is the saggy parts of my face, can't. Anyway, I shall have to fix the lighting or move into a more amenable position. The bucket of my fire's gone out. And if you followed any of that, then well done. We're going to need another tab. Ready or not, I'm eating it after this. I'll put a few little bits of twigs on there to try and make it last a little bit longer. Bear with. What was that noise? I can hear that, can you? Something in the thicket. Something nibbling. could just be a rabbit, but I've never known a rabbit get this close to people. Not when they're talking as well. I think we'll keep this wee bugger handy, don't you? I bet they're shitting themselves. I bet they're shitting themselves. Ooh. Well, it might be the devil incarnate, it might be the ghost of Mary Pannal. But I think my rice is ready. So, it's alright. I've got a spare spoon somewhere. I'll just have to share. There we go. Ooh. Didn't that look nice? I'm just going to see if this is cooked. Nearly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some noodles to that, just to give it a bit more body. And what is making that gnawing sound? Well, if it is the devil or it is the witch, it doesn't matter now, because dinner's almost ready. Anyway, here's wishing you the very best of health. Quite honeyish. Definite taste of honey. That might be nice in coffee. That might be nice in coffee. Ooh. It's 25% alcohol. I've had stronger, but it's like a very strong mead. Oh, not just that all the time. I think I'm going to need a little bit more beer. Dinner's ready. Okay gang, we're going to try and find the ghost of Mary Pannal now. We're going to go for a look. Try and explore the woods. This means getting back out onto the main road, then walking down a bit and see if I can get in. Here we go. Right, see if we can get out without getting run over. Probably shouldn't have done this with a belly full of ale, but at least now I'm just someone walking home from the pub. Right, you can see over there, that over there where that glow is, that's where we want to be. So I'll bring you back when we get a bit closer. Right, my camp's up there in those woods. We're going into Mary Pannal Woods. Might get busted here. Simple reason being, the farmer used to be really protective of these woods. We're at the edge of the field now. The fuck is that sound? Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pannal Woods, the actual woods. I've been right up to the end and back again, and no sign of any funny business. There has been some people here recently. There's some beer bottles discarded, but much more recently, as in this evening, an awful lot of firearms activity. Pop, pop, bang, bang. We'll see how popping the cap on a few rabbits. Let's have a look around, and I'll switch the camera's orientation so you can see a bit more too. In a sec. We're going to Pannal Woods. Supposedly this is where most of the sightings of the ghost have been seen. And this woodland is only a fraction of what it once was. It used to be all the way across up to where I'm camped. And the farmer used to really do his best to keep kids out. The landowner, I think it was charged to the farmer because it's the property of Ledston Hall, if I remember correctly. The former Lord Wheeler's estate. I'm far enough away from the road now. It's certainly well trodden up the path here. As far as I'm aware, these are private woods. No public access officially. Actually, if I knew it was this easy to get into, but when I arrived there was a shooting party here, so that was a no-no. You may have heard some of the gunshot on my earlier recordings. Doesn't seem to be anybody around. It's busted trees. There were some ancient oaks next to the road which were cut down. It's an absolute travesty. Oh, what's this? Looks like somebody found it. Budweiser. Oh, you couldn't even be bothered to find decent beer. You're going to trespass and leave your rubbish everywhere. At least leave some quality behind you. Unless this was the shooters. Another Budweiser. Mind you, they could have been here for any length of time, really. I'll just get a look at them. Lots of birds. What's the best before date on this one? Actually, there's a time when it is actually. July 2026. So fairly recent, huh? It's in the last few weeks. Ah, our old friend the barbecue grill. The Mary Pannal legend isn't as prolific as it once was. Now, I remember as a kid hearing the story that somebody saw the ghost of the witch here, and that the old story of throwing water over her would repel her. She doubled in size. That's what I heard. But everything sounds convincing when you're 7. It's 41 years ago. Woohoo. So there was... If I'd have known it was like this, it wasn't so late, if it wasn't midnight, I would have, pardon me, I'm getting midget, I would have camped in here. In fact, it probably would have been better. Oh well, live and learn. Something for next time, eh? Really funny smells just come in. It smells like fish or hexamine. Be me. Okay, let's go. Well, hello and welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that little walk around the haunted wood. Unfortunately, Mary Pannal could not be with us this evening. It's a prayer engagement. Fortunately, I've put the feelers out psychically, and we're going to have a very, very impromptu, last-minute interview with the Headless Horseman. Hang on, sorry. Sorry, the Headless Horseman is not appearing, as no one's sure where to point the mic. Fortunately, the Black Monk of Pontefract has stopped by. He's quite a well-known local figure. Not big in these parts, possibly a few miles over there towards the castle. That's the Black Monk's stomping ground. Yep. Last known residence was 30 East Drive. Yes, nice little 1930s red brick semi-council house. He got up to some tricks there. Let's ask him about them. Mr. Do I call you the Black Monk, or do you prefer to be called Fred? I see. So Fred is more what you prefer then, is it? Okay, I understand. Okay, so if I just get the mic free here, I can point over to you. Bear with me. So then, Fred, when did you die? And since that, what have you been up to? Sorry again, Fred, you're going to have to speak up a little bit. We can't quite hear you. What have you been up to in the last 700 years? Well, I think that's all we have time for this evening. We'd like to thank Fred, the Black Monk of Pontefract, for stepping in at the last moment in the absence of Mary Pannal, and the Headless Horseman, who unfortunately could not be with us this evening. So, on that note, I'd like to say ta-ra from me, ta-ra from Fred, and I hope you all have a very nice night. Good night.
Oh, good morning. Not too bad. Glad I had the second sleeping bag liner, or else I'd be sleeping in my jumper and no trousers. Oh, it's not bad. It's a bit nippy now. Nothing insurmountable. Another boy racing. The crap music. It's 7:30. Give or take a few minutes. That's not bad. Traffic's busy. Saturday morning. A bit of condensation here, not bad. I think I might get up and get weaving. There you are. That's the inside of the tent. I'm pretty much on the left here. So it's what I normally am. Oh, there. So my tackle here. The beer I didn't drink. Crikey. I didn't drink. I was that busy filming. Oh dear. Right. Up and at them. Oh. Well, good morning. Not bad night's sleep actually for a camp. That was pretty good. I was surprised. It's just because I was tired. I didn't have too much to drink. The tent, not so hot. I think I'll be saying goodbye to this one. It's not very good. Not that it doesn't perform, it's just that it's small. There's not a lot of room in there. It's awkward to get in and out of. This stupid bloody thing here. Admittedly, this is not the best picture I've ever made. It's not the best location, but I mean, there's loads of rubbish here. Just don't. I found after I started setting up that underneath the ivy and whatnot, there was just bags of old rubbish, and I mean old rubbish. I just couldn't be bothered to switch locations. Over here, I did discover this earlier, but I've not got too far in this corner, so rather than go for a slash Gordon, you might see some blue cable cord there. Someone's got a little den there. They've cleared all the foliage and made themselves a nice little setup. I didn't want to intrude on that because that's theirs. Probably could have done. I think it's just kids, or what is it? But I probably should have just gone there. I didn't want to take the risk of other people turning up. Let's see if they did. Got my own little bit. Right, I'm going to pack up. I'm going to put my stuff back in the bag, take the tent down, and make something to eat. See you in a second. Good morning again. Just letting that bottom ground sheet dry out. All my pack mostly packed up. I've had a friendly robin around. It's got quite close actually. I've been feeding him bits of dried noodle. Alright, that's my rubbish from last night. My old phone. And time for some breakfast, which I think is what I think that's what the robin's been waiting for. You might rejoin us. It's about 8:10 now. Better get a move on. See you in a bit. Is this the fancy robin? See if we can tempt him with something. Probably have brought more water now that I'm using it. Yeah, I'm missing it. Bon appetit. Mr. Robin's already had some. I think he'd like some more. Mr. Robin's been for his noodles. He hasn't eaten all of them yet. There he is. He's back. Coffee time. Just right. Right, that's where we were. All that lot was there when I came. It was all buried. I've taken away quite a bit of it, but it's time to get moving. Goodbye, Mr. Robin. Thank you for an enjoyable stay. Time to get out of here. Get back to the car. Got a nice exit point here. Being seen now, off Maybury, and we're out. We're out, ladies and gentlemen, out of the woods. Let's get back to the car. Hope you enjoyed that one. That was the Haunted Woods camp and an interview with a spirit. And that's him with the daft hat. And this was for the October Halloween challenge for Stealth Camping Alliance. See you in the next one. Bye bye.